Unbearable, lifeless, filled only with boredom, propaganda, and control. I've tried to escape, and I've failed this time. But I'll find a way. They call me Mr. Prepper.
There we go. Boom. All right. Looks like my YouTube family showed up. My TikTok army is lining up. We're good to go. Hey, April, good to see you. Good to see you. Good morning. And yeah, TikTok is definitely messing with me. I don't know why. I don't know what the deal is. But let's get some good mornings out and take a sip of coffee out of the mug of loyalty. I've been saying good morning to the TikTokers here for the last few minutes, but let's go ahead and we got Catitude first. Let's see, Dog and Ball, good morning. Bully Pack, good morning, young man. Janice, good morning. Miss Melody, good morning. Let's see, Janice got over the fruit trees today. Frost warning for overnight here. Wow, there's a frost warning in Florida. That is insane in the membrane. Now, I did put a good morning, Viking Queen. Good to see you. I did put an electronic thermostat or no thermometer outside, and I woke up this morning and it was 40 degrees. So the cold is definitely trying to trip in. Still haven't turned the heat on. The inside of the house only got to 65. So I'm gonna be the heat miser until I absolutely have to turn the damn thing on. Let's see here. Jeff, no thanks. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. All right, let's see. Well, I think we got enough to get started here. My eyes are already playing games with me. And so you guys know, there was a little bit of, it's, honestly, I mean, part of me cares because a lot of work went into it. Hey, Sam, good to see you. A lot of work has gone into it, my TikTok channel, and it's just over 171,000 or 271,000 followers right now. How many bots? I don't know. No one truly understands the TikTok algorithm anyway. But so yeah, significant amount of work to get that many people in there, and every so often TikTok will kind of screw with me, and we all know why. We know it's because I lean to the center, I mean center right, we'll call it. I'm a bit of an individualist. I'm a conservative by nature. And I believe in preparedness, and I've been putting some videos out about food and keeping things simple and not depending on other people, Hey, what's up, Ping? Good to see you, man. Let's see. Georgia's got a freeze warning as well at 9. I guess that's 9 tonight. But anyway, hey, Jeff, good to see you. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Prepper. No, I'm not Mr. Prepper. That's just a video game that I found. Good morning, Connie. Good to see you. Well, Connie's doing some magical stuff with her fingers, and that sounds just fine to me. Thank you, Connie. Connie's making my stars and stuff on my screen go crazy. Don't go broke now, Connie. Do not do it. Everybody needs to be saving a little bit of their cash right now. Where are you going? Oh, she went to 50. Yes. Thank you, Connie. I appreciate it. Let's see. Been intermittent fasting. I'm grumpy as hell. Jeff, that's going to happen. That is going to happen, man. Just that whole goal. Are you doing the whole I can't eat until noon thing? Okay, so if that's the case, I'm really going to piss you off because this morning I had 2 eggs over easy, salt and pepper, and 2 pieces of that 647 bread, the Italian stuff, with gobs of butter on it. And I ate that before 7 a.m. And then just before going live, I was like, man, when you get that feeling to eat something that is just warm and comforting, yeah. Just had me a little warm and comforting snack. I'm not even going to say what it is because most people will be like, oh my God, yuck. But yeah, so it took me a little bit of get of that those chewable B12, so I am ready to rock. Where's mine? Well, I don't like to eat in front of people. I used to actually do those kind of morning feeds, but I also found too that it's better if they watch you cook it, and then they'll accept watching you eat it. So if you guys didn't watch me cook it, you can't watch me eat it. Let's see here. We got a couple of comments here. Good morning to you. Let's see here. Jeff Anderson, good morning. Melody, good morning. I got my melodies. Says Bama has a freeze warning also. Gotcha. Let's see here. I have no fruit trees I worry about, and I do have my fall garden to cover. Yes, definitely. I'm starting to wonder what I need to do to about my fall garden, which isn't super duper a lot. Deanna, good morning to you. Good morning, Deanna. All right, so anyway, so TikTok was playing games with me. Buenos dias, senors and senoritas. Good morning, Chris. You keep them safe. Let's see, it's only 16 trees. It's not a ton. It's not a ton of work. Perfect. Cooking with the local prepper. Some people like that, man. I used to get, like, especially when I was camping, like cooking while I was camping, I get 4 or 5 people in a live stream at a time. It was like, whoa, what is going on here, man? They really must like watching me burn eggs, you know? Brooklyn says, what site US the best for me to purchase a gas mask? Brooklyn, I would go to the link in my bio. Where is it? It's going to take you, that link that's in my bio is going to take you to my website, then go to Trusted Products. At the very top, there's a company. Click that link. There's also a code. I believe you can save like 10% off. So you can basically buy like a $100 gas mask for like $67. It'll get the job done. Trust me, guys. It'll get the job done. I think we've kind of gone a little bit overkill on the gas masks. You know, people are like, oh, I need to survive. It's like, dude, if you get one on top of you, you're not going anywhere. So you need something to get out of the buffer zone. That's what you need, okay? Let's see, any more about crab situation in Alaska? I have not, but to be honest with you, I have not really looked into it, Connie. There's a lot of crazy shit that's going on. You know, I mean, it's like I was telling the Patreons, I think it was yesterday. I was on, or maybe possibly day before yesterday. I was on my way into town, and I realized that I have a laundry list of stuff to do all on my day off. On my days on, nothing really gets done around here except for live feeds and making videos and stuff. So it's like my work is actually less work than when my day off is. But you don't need to spend $500+. No, you do not, Fungus. You do not. Like I said, you need something. A gas mask should be something. Look, guys, look. I'm not talking out of my ass, okay? You need a mask, okay? You need a mask. And I do sell these too for the people who want the high-end stuff. You need a mask that's going to protect you, okay? This is mirror safety. And you need a filter to put on it. Now, you have to understand that the filters, they only last for so long once exposed to oxygen, so you want to keep them sealed up. But that's almost a $300 mask, okay? And what you need to be thinking about is that will give you a little bit more time. That will let you breathe like chemical warfare. You'll be able to survive as long as you don't get it on your skin, which you're not prepared for. It's there is a whole slew of stuff that you need to survive chemical warfare. But when it comes to fallout, radiation, that stuff it's far easier to deal with than chemical warfare. So you just need a basic mask. You need something that'll get you down to 0.3 microns. You need something that the filters are cheap. I keep using that word cheap. The filters are inexpensive and easy to change. That's what you need, okay? Do they make training filters for masks? They used to years ago. They used to some years ago. But the reality is that what you probably need to do is buy a gas mask. And it's a field protective mask. It's not a gas mask, okay? Because yes, it will protect you from some gaseous things. And honestly, most of them, even the military ones, will not protect you from chlorine gas. Did you know that? Yeah. So some things to think about. Let's see. I have a hazmat suit, but not the mask. I got you. Well, I mean, if you have a hazmat suit, you definitely need a hood. I think I literally need to create a part of my Amazon store, like a room that just actually, I think I did it. Sometimes I do so much work, guys. I can't get this chair right. I do so much work, I forget what I've done. I actually think I have created one. I'm going to check right now while you guys can't see what's going on my screen here. I'm going to go to, so my keyboard is in a really odd place. I'm going to go to the local prepper website. Let's see here. I'm going to try to see field jacket liner. You know it, brother. You know it, man. Cut the little snippy things off it, because, I mean, who has a field jacket anymore? This thing is unbelievable. I tell you what's really cool is I have I've got a rain pullover. It's not a hood. It's like a rain pullover hoodie. It's like one of those that have like a big pouch in the front, but you can stick your hands in it. And this thing fits underneath it and keeps in that heat. Oh my God. If you guys ever get the chance to find yourself a field jacket liner, get on it, because they're probably cheap. They're probably super cheap, and these things are unbelievable. As long as you don't get them too close to fire or burn them up in your dryer, they are super, super awesome. All right, so I'm on the Local Prepper website. Let's see here. Long-term food, growing electronics. I put it in. It's protective measures. I did create one. So if you guys are interested in creating a kit that's going to protect you or help you to get you out of that buffer zone during a radioactive incident, then you need to go to the link in my bio or localprepper.net and then go to my store and then look for protective measures. It's got the gloves. It's got the poncho. It's on a ripstop poncho too. It's got the Safe Castle card to tell if there's radiation. There's even a little portable radiation detector. That's more if you've got the money to spend on it. And then it's got the PT-101 full face mask that will push out organic stuff. And then you've also got the full face mask organic, or PD-100. Which will do the job just fine. If you want to scale it up, you can. There are masks in there like the ST100 or the NB100 full face mask. These are more on the military side. These are full up. It's filters is what you're paying for, you know. Iodine pills, hey, that's great, man. Take your iodine pills, you know, whatever. Listen, if the iodine pills will protect you, okay. They will protect your pancreas, okay, from absorbing radiation. That's all they do. They're not the pill of armor. They're not like, ooh, that's not what they are, okay? So do not think that you're going to live through all this crap because you took an iodine pill, okay? It's just another step in the preventative measures. And honestly, you just start taking them. There's going to be a period of time where you're going to be vulnerable because, oh my God, look at the giant cloud in the distance. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And then probably for anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, you're still vulnerable. You see what I'm saying? So, and then ask a doctor. Find out if you have. Some people can't take iodine. Some people they're allergic to it. It'll kill them. So. Think about those things, guys. Think about the things that can instantly help you to escape a situation. Don't think about these things that frickin' are going to take 6 to 8 hours because, you know, you may not have 6 to 8 hours. All right, so let's see here. And Bubba Jones, good morning, good morning. Iron Bug just showed up. Hello, class. Sit down in the back and shut up, Iron Bug. Let's see. Detailed ambitions. When something happens, I'll be one of the first taken out because I'm disabled and broke. That sucks. But it's actually one of the things that we're going to talk about today. I've been doing a lot of hardcore reading, and then things like Titawaki. You know, if you don't know what that is, Google it. We got some other people checking in on the YouTube side. Let's see here. Let's see. Bradley Collins just shut up. Morning, just listening for the most part today. Looking forward to the good word. Well, thank you, Bradley. I appreciate that. Chris says, corned beef hash with eggs is the bomb diggity breakfast. Toss in some sausage and jalapeno or hatch peppers. You will thank me. That sounds delicious, Chris. Let's see here. Even better. Bully Pack says, even better on a Blackstone. Let's see here. I'm considering chemical spills more than radiation, train accident, trucks, etc. Yeah, Chris, if that's the case, you need to get a full up, what they call a rainbow filter. It's multi-spectrum, and then look at the chemicals that you think that you may be. I mean, I know you and you know me, so I know what you're talking about. And just look at those type of spills and think about that and look for the proper filter, because you can get away with a crap filter, guys. Okay? I'm sorry, you can get away with a crap mask. All right. But you can't get away with a crap filter if you're dealing with specific chemicals. Okay. So take a good hard look at that. You may want to look at the mirror safety stuff, or you might want to look at the Parcel NB100. So think about that, or at least the ST100X. So think about that. Let's see here. Greetings from Germany. What's up, Nixtia? Nixtia. I'm next to you. Oh, yes, you are. Thank you. Don't keep all shit in one basket. Okay, I'll try. Shelby Jack, good morning. Be prefer build your tribes. There you go. Frog face. I like it. Frog face. That's cool. Let's see here. Frogface says, I've been canning tomatoes and dehydrating veggies all month now. The bills have shot up. Yes, they are through the absolute roof. And that is one of the things that we're going to talk about briefly is not necessarily inflation, but what people are seeing as important. It will kind of blow your mind. It'll kind of blow your mind. Let's see here. In the UK, there are very few preppers. Luckily, I learned from my Polish grandparents. Exactly. Those are the greatest teachers. Our grandparents, they are the greatest teachers. My grandfather, you guys are going to love this shit. I'm going to tell you a little story real quick. My grandfather helped to build the Viking spacecraft. The ones that are still out there in the universe sending information back. He helped to build one of those. He was an engineer. My grandmother was and they both came from rural Missouri. Just pasture and horse farms and just homesteading. Oh my, and that's what she did. And she made all of her own fresh noodles and canned and jarred. And it's just like, and do the dishes. Wha-cha! She was really one of those type of grandmas. I got to live with her for a period of time when I was younger. But these are the people who survived all this crazy ass stuff back then. And obviously we're on our own modern death cycle of, between the politicians and the governments and the stupidity of the world, we're kind of stuck. And that's how our elders survived and made us. So yes to grandma. Love grandma. Let's see. Frogface. My name is Julia. I like Frogface. Now I can't call you Frogface anymore because that's be respectful to your elders. Be respectful. Don't harm women. Daddy's lessons just came in with a beating. Julia. Nice to meet you, Julia. I have 3 freezers and a fridge, but it's going to be better now. Canning for the long term. I like it. I got to start working. Talk to you later. Take it easy, Sam. Yes, sir. Well, my grandparents dealt with the submarine coding in World War II with the Holocaust, and here we are. Ka-ching. Trying to run a fridge off solar and batteries. Amy website should I go to? There's one company out there, but I can't. Do me a favor, Gold's Patriot. Go to the link in my bio, find contact, click on that, send me a message, and I will send you some information. Because there's only a couple of companies out there that are actually reputable, and you're going to end up looking at a home system. It'd just be a small one, or you can get some ideas on how to build your own. Prepped and prepared. Good morning, young lady. Good to see you up this early. It's my nickname, haha. I'm addicted to frogs and Fritos. A chocolate frog snack. Gotcha. I like Appalachian homesteading. Nice. Let's see here. God bless you. All right, let's look over the YouTube real quick here. I'm considering chemical spills. Good morning. Sorry I'm late. Cool Coat, you are not late. We were just talking about you a second ago, man. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. That's Connie Mensch. Be a good mensch. There you go. Kentucky Crayon Eater Jones. Good morning. Semper Gumby, my young friend. All right. So let's go ahead and let me close some windows here because I want to make sure that I talk about some of the interesting stuff of the day. So I do this from time to time. You guys, I think one of the reasons that I don't that my YouTube fame or making that big YouTube money has a lot to do with the fact that I just don't care about making a lot of money. And I want to support small businesses, up and comers, and my friends. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things that has happened, if you're not aware of it, okay, is that there's a brand new company out there. I'm going to go ahead and, am I all set up here? I think I'm all set up here. Let's go ahead and push this button right here. Talking with the big screen. Boom. Okay, there's a brand new company out there. And we're not going to leave this up very long because there's some boom boom stuff on it. But I wanted to tell you guys about a company called Ranker Tactical. It's Ranker Tactical, all one word, .com. As you can see on the screen, if you guys are on the TikTok side, we're on the YouTube, you'd see this. It's a brand new company. They've been working on this company, and they finally stood it up. They've been working on it for about a year. I know the owner and operator, and she is a very down-to-earth person. So I want to make sure that you guys know about this, and they have a little bit of everything. First and foremost, the website is beautiful. Whoever built it, or if you built it, young lady, that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. But you guys can buy a lot of things, and I have, it's RANKERTACTICAL, Ranker Tactical, okay? I'm actually going to put it on the YouTube side just so that they have it. Take a look around in there. It's a brand new site. There are some pictures that are missing for certain pieces of gear, but overall, I'd say it's like 99% complete. Now, here's the big thing, guys. Right now, they're having a grand opening sale. It's 10% off. You're going to save 10% on everything in the store until October 23rd. So if you like knives, if you like boom boom sticks, if you like tactical gear, get in there, take a good hard look at it, let's go from there, okay? All right, so let's see here. We've talked about that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the gas prices. Super duper. Gas is now $3.85, which is currently lower than it was yesterday and lower than it was a week ago and not a month ago. But and no one cares about the average year. And so we talk about the gas prices. I want you guys to be very aware that these gas prices are going down right now because the president, and we're going to talk about it in a little bit more detail later on in the show. The president has decided to he's going to cough up another 15 million, maybe hopefully it's just million barrels of oil again to try and drive the prices down before the midterms, but he just doesn't understand that that's only good for a week. We will use that. We use 18.2 million gallons of oil every day. Every day. So I don't know what he thinks he's doing. It's like a message to the market, but I can guarantee you in the next week the prices will go right back up. $5.83 in California. Wow, retired vet U.S. Navy. Gotcha. That's kind of interesting, dude, because it's normally I haven't seen it go below $6 in forever because California requires a special blend. Interesting. Let's see here. Got some good combos going there. Diesel prices are still sucking. Oh yeah, they are, and they're going to. The price of diesel is not going to go down, man. It's all the price of the gasoline that is going to continue to mess around. All right, so we just did that. I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and flip this screen back here so I can do a little adjustment. All right, so with that said, we're going to talk very basically. Let's stick to the prepperism of a few things before we just haul out and scream, let's go, Brandon, and all this other crap. Let's see what we got on the prepper side, okay? Let's see. When you were active duty, did you go long periods without eating? How long did it make you crazy? Jeff. Most of the time we would only go long periods of time without eating if it was part of some form of training. The logistical system in the U.S. military is probably the best on the planet, probably better than Amazon. They are very good at making sure that their troops are fed. No, they can now. The type of food is not super great, but no. And did it make you go crazy? No, that never happened. That never happened. Okay, so staying focused here. It's the title of this article is "Living in a World Without Petroleum." A lot of people don't think about this. We're so focused on the amount of money that we are. Is there stuff in the member chat that I need to talk about? No, we're good. Okay, they're just yapping around. But there's so many things in the world that depend on petroleum in general that we constantly don't think about that because we're worried about. Excuse me, we're always thinking about how we're going to get to work and how much of our paycheck is going into our tanks, you know. So I found this little article here, and the big thing is that there's a lot of jibber jabber here, but basically, so some of the things that we don't think about are pharmaceuticals. You know, the modern pharmaceutical industry is an outgrowth of herbal medicine, which a lot of people are really into. Almost everything they invent starts out as something they find in nature, but because the pharmaceutical companies can't file for a patent on naturally occurring substances, they have to come up with a way to nearly replace what they found, creating a chemical that will fulfill the same purpose, but not exactly the same. Let's see here. When we stock ships for sea, we loaded boxes of food that say not fit for human consumption. Hey, retired Navy vets, I know, bro. I've done on-ramps before. I've got years on ship myself. And it's also no fun when you get this brand new giant pallet of shelf-stable milk and it cracks open on the flight deck and it's full of maggots. That's always fun, you know. Let's see, going back to pharmaceuticals, fortunately, their efforts don't stop the naturally occurring substances from working, as shown by herbal medicine. We can still grow plants that provide many of the needed healing properties without the risks caused by using artificially created substitutes. Then there's our diet. Raising our own food, gathering rather than eating GMO foods raised on farmland, that has had the nutrients depleted from the soil can go a long way towards helping us stay healthy so that we don't have as much need for medicine. Even the physical work of gardening will help us be healthier, as it will help fight obesity, eliminating the risk associated with conditions that are caused by being overweight. So the focus of this article isn't like, oh, this is what your life would be without, petroleum. The focus of the article is, this is what your great life will be like without petroleum. All right, so let's see here. And then let's talk about plastics. Millions of things are made of plastics every day, including many parts used in electric vehicles and wind turbines. The same leftists love. Most necessary things which are made of plastic have been made of other materials in the past, specifically wood and metal. We can still find many of them made of those more expensive materials today. If we're willing to pay the higher prices for handmade things, the other option is to make them ourselves, something that we will probably need to learn how to do, should there be a breakdown of society. Of course, as self-sufficient people, many of us like making things with our hands anyway, having extensive workshops where we can make everything up to and including furniture. While I doubt that any of us could create an iPad in our garage, the household goods that we can make will be much nicer than the plastic ones anyway. Very true, very true. Dredin, good to see you. If I had to live off my garden, I'd be dead, but I keep trying. It happens, my green thumb, it's like this one works and this one doesn't work, and they seem to be canceling each other out. Let's see here. Paying attention. That's quite the name for somebody on a YouTube profile. Paying attention. They're peeling deer carrots for canning while you're listening. I don't know what a deer carrot is, but I think that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Let's see. And then obviously there's pesticides. Let's talk about those for a second. Pesticides are something we can do without, simply by using the alternative means of pest control. There are a number of plants that can be included in our gardens, which will protect them from a wide variety of garden pests. We can also employ beneficial insects, which eat the harmful ones, keeping their population down. People farmed for centuries before the invention of modern pesticides. They are not a necessity. If we employ some of the same methods that those ancestors did, if they worked back then, they'll work for us as well. I think that there's some truth to that, you know. Brendan says, I'm told when I leave Florida and move to Tennessee, they'll say I'll be better at the green thumb. That's possible. I store wine and whiskey bottles. I store water in wine and whiskey bottles. Okay. Nice. What we got here? JDM showed up. Good morning, young lady. Viking Queen says, don't forget to like the video. That's right. TikTok people, do me a favor. Can you crank that up to about 6 or 7K? That'd be great. Just kind of follow the finger, that kind of thing. And obviously on the YouTube side, I always forget to ask for this. I don't know. It's not easy for me to ask for help. But yeah, if you on the YouTube side, guys, do that one-time thumb thing and make sure that you are subscribed because there's some nefarious stuff going on out there on TikTok and YouTube. Dredden. Thank you very much. It's cool in southern Georgia this morning. Yeah, it is. Everybody's talking about the temperature. It's 40 degrees here in Virginia. And I would say southern Virginia at that. Let's see. Morning from Ohio. Good morning, Steve. Good morning. Hey, good morning, Latin Stallion. Nice. I like the Discord chat and info and folks on there. Ash with the stash. That's cool. It's like learning to read, vanity license plates. But yeah, no, the Discord's pretty freaking awesome, man. It took a lot of work to put together. It does evolve. It does change. I've taken rooms out of it. I've added new ones. People will just ask, hey, can I, I think, was it last week? One of the patrons are like, hey, can we get a channel for, what was it? For recipes? It's like, yeah, sure. Bloop, 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 done. And next thing you know, it blows up. There's so much information out there that people are sharing right now. It's just the place to be. So, thank you, Ash. Appreciate it. Georgia 39. Oh, you got me beat, Mel. I'm sure. Oh, excuse me. Oh. How's the nose from that cat strike last week? Oh, it's good. I mean, I got a little bit of a scab there, but I mean, after I realized how bad it was and took care of it, we're good to go. And now me and the cat are the best of friends. And here's the thing. Normally, it's basically we make otherwise she'll keep us up all night. But in the last few days, the temperature has started to drop. They say that you can leave your animals outside as long as they have the right kind of pelt, fur, a coat. You can leave them outside until it goes to freezing, but I don't like to do that. I knew the temperature is going to start dropping this week, so I've had her inside at night for the last 2 days, and she's woken me up at 5:30 every morning like it's cool. She actually, I don't know if you guys know anything about cats, but cats will nibble on you. That's like the way they love on you. Some people are like, no, they actually nibble on you. And she's literally crawled up on my chest at 5:30 in the morning and nibbles on the tip of my nose. I'm like, oh, and it doesn't even hurt. But yeah, so she's going to be inside for the winter, and we're gonna go from there. If I've got to do something else because she's keeping me awake, that'll be another day. Where are we at here? Let's see here. West Virginia Pappy. Hey, what's up? Good morning, man. What do we got here? Cindy Costi, you put a video yesterday on TikTok saying you were shadow banned. FYI, I didn't receive until 5 hours. Yeah, I was talking about that first thing this morning because I wanted to make sure that that I was basically I still had all my privileges on TikTok. So what happened yesterday was just for Cindy's edification and those that have come in late, is that when you post a video on TikTok and it just sets at 0 views, it means a couple of things. First, it means that it has not been sent out to everybody, so nobody can view it. Only the originator can view it. And the reason it will do that, as I've been told from TikTok, is that you either had a strike or you've had a warning or you've put content on there that is questionable. And you guys watch my videos, so you know that's bull. So basically what TikTok did was they decided that because of the way I do things that they were going to like slow the progress. It's disheartening. And I woke up this morning going, hey, well, if I just lost 271,000 followers, I guess I'll just rebuild or I'll focus on YouTube or something else. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go crazy and lose any sleep over it. I just worry that there's people that come here every morning, for lack of better words, just to listen to me, and I appreciate that. But then, like, what happens? You know, we've seen this 1,000 times, especially on TikTok, where people just stop making videos. They just disappear, and then after like a week, they have to come back and say, "Hey guys, sorry I didn't tell you this, but." You know, or they just disappear altogether, and now you're left like looking for a new place to find a hangout, content, information, a sounding board, and I just don't want that to happen to people, and that's a lot of people to happen too. You know what I'm saying? My YouTube side has only got like 2,600 people in it, but and to me that's significant as well. But there are people out there that are kind of dependent on me to do certain things, and I just don't want to leave anybody hanging. So, worked on the likes. Worked. I don't know what that means. That the likes do help, but can I ask you where can I find bearded? I don't know. Middle brander. Oh, that license plate's way too long, young lady. I can just tell that you're a woman because of your picture. I don't know who Bearded is. Maureen. I got you. I'm never going to remember that, Maureen. Let's see here. But no, are you talking about the bearded prepper? My cats are indoors when they want to be and outdoors when they want to be. I just made a cat door yesterday, and she's digging it because she loves to climb that screened-in porch. Let's see here. It's your. I'm gonna post Catitude. The YouTube didn't like what you just typed. Catitude typed, "It's your positive, non-dickish attitude." Laugh my ass off. Well, the fact that YouTube had to ban that or had to slow down that process just goes to show I'm doing the right things. Let's see here. I threw a bunch of likes at you. Laugh. I got you, Coco. He's on TikTok. Okay, so what I know about Bearded is there's actually hold on a second. My phone, my camera's actually a phone, and I'm looking pre-shipment sent. Okay, good. I'm going to close that stuff out real quick here. I don't know what happened to my screen, but all right, so I'm going to go. Let's go with first, I want to tell you guys that site we covered, Ranker Tactical. I ordered something the first day it came online because the owner just sent me like, hey, this just came online. What do you think? You know, and so I gave him a little feedback. It was all double thumbs up. You guys know I don't like junk, and this is not junk. So you guys need to check it out. But anyway, so the next thing that I always test is their shipping, because a brand new company, oh my God, if their shipping is messed up, it can destroy the company. It can literally destroy the company's name inside of a month. Shipping, rock on. So I ordered it on the 16th. It's on a FedEx truck, and it's going to be here sometime today. If it shows up during this live stream, and the FedEx trucks actually come kind of early, then I'm going to go get it and bring it out. We're going to see. Let's see here. And then there was, where are we at here? And then now Bearded Prepper. Okay, so as far as I know, I know that he's gone through a few profiles, okay, and I've never met the guy, I've never talked to the guy, but I also know that there's some stuff that's going on in the background that probably should not be happening in the prepper community, and unfortunately, it's not. People should be able to tell when somebody is genuine, okay, and there's some issues going on there. So like I said, I'm not going to talk bad with the guy, but I know that he's been lost several profiles on TikTok. I know that he was trying to start a podcast up. I don't follow the guy, but you can probably, all I can say is just keep looking for him. That's all I can say, you know. Let's see here. Let's see. I didn't see your glass water filter. Iron Bug. Oh, you're killing me, man. I made 2 videos about the damn thing on YouTube. Let's see here. Actually, wait a minute. One of them is going to drop. I need to check. Let's switch the screen real quick. There's things you don't need to see. All right, let's go. I'm going to go to my YouTube. It's going to make a little bit of noise when it comes on. I'll try and mute it as quickly as possible. Videos. Let's see here. Yeah. The title of that video is Stop Wasting Money on Berkeys. And also the thumbnail says, let's save $91. And the reason it says that is because the filters that come inside this thing, let's see, I really like Justin from Safe Prep. Okay. I don't follow a lot of other people, guys. I really don't. It's what I learned years ago was that when you follow, if you're a content creator, you lose what makes you unique when you spend too much time watching other content creators. You can get ideas on how to do things better. You can get ideas on how to do things the wrong way. You can get ideas on what makes you happy. But what you end up doing is you end up looking and sounding exactly like all the other content creators. And I just don't want to do that. So I don't really, can you link the Ranker website? I can't find it. Unfortunately, no. It's on TikTok. It's RankerTactical.com. You're Googling it. Stop Googling it. It's so brand new that it is not even in a Google SEO search. Okay? So just type in RankerTactical.com. Let's see. He more in defense. Gotcha. I gotcha. Let's see. But no, the glass pitcher. I've got several videos, and I'm going to do several more as I go through the process. You know, it's like, so now, one of the things that I've noticed about the whole the water machine is that now it's forcing me to drink water. You know what I'm saying? Forcing me to consume more water, because every time I walk past it, I see that the filters only have like that much water sitting in the bottom of it, right? So it's like, now I have this desire to pour more water in it, but the bottom won't hold any more water, so now I have to drink more water. So it's interesting. It's interesting. Celia showed up. Good morning, Celia. Good to see you. Let's see here. LP doesn't follow preppers. Preppers follow him. Laugh out loud. Chuck Norris. That's hilarious. Viking Queen. Well, yeah, seriously. I used to do that. I really used to do that. Are you serious? You just came in. You just came in. What do you want? Can you come here and say hi? Can you come here and say hi? Up. Can you come here and say hi? Huh? You can do it. You can do it. Come here. Can you guys see Penny? You guys haven't seen Penny in a while. There we go. Yeah, she showed her face. She's like, okay, I did it. Now let me out. All right. Hold on. We're going out the side door, kid. There we go. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. Penny and I are kind of building a new relationship. Somehow she's become this, like, nice dog, you know? So I'm trying not to destroy that. All right, so let's go on and let's finish up. Let's finish up living without petroleum. And we're going to talk about the fertilizers. Chemical fertilizers are never as good as natural ones, in part because they don't include the same nutrients. The best fertilizers you can get are compost and those made from animal byproducts. Both composted manure and fish emulsion, 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 are excellent fertilizers, providing more nutrient than artificially created ones, rather whether those come from petroleum products or elsewhere. Composting should be a part of every gardener's plan anyway, as it's not only provides a way of using clippings from the garden and waste from the kitchen, but returns those nutrients back to the soil where they can help grow the next generation of plants. Keep in mind that the plants in your garden need much more than just the 3 basic nutrients provided in most chemical fertilizers. While those 3 are the most important for general plant growth, other nutrients are needed to create the vitamins that we expect to be able to get from eating those vegetables. Without those nutrients in the soil, our produce isn't as healthy as we think it is. That's part of the problem with modern farming. I can't agree more. Now, from the perspective of this article, emulsion. Thank you, longest license plate. I'm just going to call you Miss B Dub. It's just easier that way. Let's see here. Yes, rankertactical.com. It's insane that we live in a country and have to prep for failure. Yeah, that's true, Shirley. That's true. Let's see here. Everybody's liking the puppy. Well, what do you think about them recommending people to register their gardens for the community? I think it's absolutely ridiculous. There's absolutely no reason. There's no logical reason for it whatsoever. None whatsoever. This is an effort to gather information, to create databases, to have algorithms measure things, okay? And I'm going to show you guys a video that's going to blow your frickin' minds, okay? Because if you don't think that the artificial intelligence and algorithms are doing some stuff... Hey, what's up, Lanny? Lanny, what are you doing in Boston? Lanny, I thought you were in frickin' Australia. YouTube is showing 1 like. That is hilarious. Hold on a second here. Well, I can't see him. I can only see current viewers and stuff like that. But YouTube is showing 1 like. That's hilarious. Let's see here. Spazzy, you're welcome. Let's see. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? What in the Sam hell was I talking about? Oh, we're talking about the gardens. So, why? Why do you need to register your personal garden? I mean, what good could it possibly do? How could it possibly help anybody else to register your garden? None. Zero. Nana. Okay? Why they're doing it? It's clearly nefarious in nature, or it's just maybe it always comes back down to ignorance or arrogance. Something bad is going on with that. So here's what I'll tell you, because that whole article about living without petroleum was all from, if you noticed, it was all stuff that you could never do on a massive scale. You could never do it on a massive scale, which is, it's written from the perspective of companies are bad, oh yeah, and guys on the YouTube side, I'm seeing some weird stuff too. Let's hold on a second. I'll show you something real quick here. Is that all safe to do? That is safe. So, YouTube people, what the hell is that? What in that? Whoa! You see all that just changed? Is that wild? There's some real hiccups going on inside of YouTube right now. That's too funny. Okay, so we have to, it's like, all of those things can't be done on a massive scale, which is why we need fertilizers, which is why we need pesticides, because you can't find that much mulch. You can't find that much fertilizer, natural fertilizers. That mindset only works on the small level, okay? It won't be in the comments. Okay. All right, guys. It clearly they're all the people on the YouTubes are seeing like 19, 3, 2, 21, 1. I'm not concerned about the likes, but if you guys push the button and the little thing is, and your little button is highlighted either white or blue, then thank you and mission accomplished. Just stop, quick click, because you can actually turn it off. Did you know that? You can actually click it again and it will be like no, yes, no, yes, no. All right, let's see. Sorry, my phone. Yeah, no worries. I'm not concerned. It's okay. But anyway, so focusing on the small garden is extremely important for the individual and the family, because obviously as preppers, that's something that we need to do. Now, I am not the greatest gardener, and I'll be honest with you, I started way too late, and my fall garden is squat. So I'm doing everything in my power to create. That's one of the reasons that I'm onto the sprouts. That's one of the reasons that I'm onto the herbs. That's one of the reasons that I'm trying to start growing things that like the cold weather. And it's, my winter garden is not good. I'm going to have to subsist. If we go full SHTF here in the next 3 or 4 months, I'm going to have to live off of what's in my cans and in my pantry. So, how do you store seeds long term? That's actually a very simple thing. First thing you need to do is make sure that you do not store your seeds in an airtight container. Let's let that sink in, guys. Your seeds need to breathe, okay? They don't need to be, you want to keep them away from moisture. You want to keep them away from sunlight. You want to keep them away from extreme cold and extreme heat. So basically in your pantry. You could literally store your seeds in little paper bags and they will do just fine. You do not want them in an airtight environment. No, you don't want to vacuum seal them. You don't want to vacuum seal them. They need to breathe. Let's see. I have my seeds in labeled brown paper bags. There you go. That's all you need to do. There's no magic to this whatsoever. And like I said, just put them in some place that is cool, not cold, and dark. I mean, they don't even have to be in a dark place, but sunlight, you definitely need to do that. Even if the seeds come in Mylar bags. Well, if you notice those Mylar bags, Lanny, they're not vacuum sealed, and they're probably don't have an oxygen absorber in them. If they did come packed like that, you might have a problem. That sounds like one of those seed vaults that is all completely like taped up and all sorts of crap. That's a huge problem because. Will the seeds work? Yeah, maybe. But, if it's a seed vault, if it's something that you think that you're going to, need to... What about the Augustin Farm seed can? I've never seen that. I've never seen the seed can. But I'm more than willing to look at it real quick. Augustin Farms seed can. Let's see what that looks like. I'm probably going to need... to look at images because right now the only thing it's showing me is food. Let's see here. Everything is all packed up in. Yeah, it's what was that? Whoop, I might have found it. What do we got here? Okay, boom. Augustin Farms. Are you talking about like the Patriot Survival ones? I'm seeing some that are in Mylar bags that are not vacuum sealed, which is great. And then the looks like the cans themselves. Yeah, I mean, see, here's the thing. If you suck all the oxygen out of the seed will die. Okay. So simply sealing it up is not going to do like a lot of. If there's still air and there's still oxygen inside of there, you know what I'm saying? What about I shared a link the other day for it. I'm sorry, Miss Melody. I didn't see that. You share so many links, it's not even funny. I think you work for Amazon, Miss Melody. I like your girthy microphone. Why, thank you very much. It's an optical illusion, guys. It really is an optical illusion. I'm just an average guy. Hold on, I can prove it. Look, I'm just an average guy. Let's see. But yeah, so you're probably okay, to be honest with you, because I have a seed vault that's similar to that I bought some years ago. But also, too, guys, the seeds are only normally good for about 3 to 5 years. So, if you're buying these heirloom seeds, doomsday, and there's 25 years, and in 25 years you can plant those seeds and probably nothing's going to happen. So, let's see here. How long will seeds last in the pantry? I just basically told you, 3 to 5 years tops. Yes, that was an average, not mandingo. Hey, off subject. Did you know? No, I'm not even going to go down that. I'm not even going down that path. We'll just. You guys know about the difference. Okay, so you guys know that there's actually an epidemic that's happening in the world. Okay, and it's being caused by microplastics, and it's been studied, and there have been multiple papers written on it. Okay, so I'm just going to go out and say this. Did you know that there's a it's so hard. I don't even want to say it. That there is. I have to be very. Can you put Ranker in the Discord? Ranker is in the Discord. Fungus. Send me. Oh, you mean the website? Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna put it in gear. Okay. Let's see here. RankerTactical.com. And boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to put that. And I'm going to say brand new. Exclamation point. Sale. There we go. And if you were in the Discord, you would see that right now in the gear channel. You're welcome, Fungus. Let's see here. Summer products like QX Preps. Oh, thank God we got off that subject. Because I didn't want to talk about the distance between the gooch. Gooches are shrinking. If you guys didn't know this, it's being caused by microplastics, and it's kind of affecting average. Let's just say men my age. The average was not 6 or less. And unfortunately, that's the average now. So we're gonna go and we're gonna stop with that. Okay. All right. I couldn't resist, but I had to formulate my words properly. Okay. Let's see. I had Cal Winterbell pet seeds from 2014 survival with 100% germination. That's pretty awesome. That's absolutely pretty freaking awesome. Let's see here. Okay, so let's see what is the next thing we can talk about. It is almost 11 o'clock, so we're about halfway through this. And let's see here. What do we got here? We're going to ground news. There is some news. There's some news to be had out there, but we'll talk about some of this other stuff. I think best way to buy bulk water. Why would you want to buy bulk water? I mean, I guess it's a thing. You can literally just buy a pallet of. I don't even want to give that advice. Best way. What? I think you just broke my brain. Little shop of friendominess. I mean, okay. Go to localprepper.net, find the contact section, okay? And send me a message asking me that question. What's up, Silver Ropes? Asking me that very question, and I will find a reputable bulk water distributor that you could go to. I'm going to put you on the list here. Bulk water. And when I get that message, I will do the research for you. Let's see. All right, so I think it's time for Little Johnny Bravo. This one's a little shorter than normal. This one's going to get under your skin, guys. I had to do a little bit of research this morning. There's a lot of stuff out there right now. They need that distance to keep. All right. Here we go.
Well, I got a frightening one for you today. You know how that digital currency thing that you're currently using, and they said that they're really not going to do anything, but they're actually doing it? The IMF just admitted which I don't know why they allowed them to admit it. So I don't think this video will last too long, because once it starts going, Google's going to pull this thing back right quick. But it has to do with the IMF. Hey, the central bankers, the people that puppet this whole thing, and this new digital currency they're getting ready to launch, also known as FedNow. And remember, what was it, 2020, 2019, when they had that bill that they released, right? The whole pass-through wallets, digital, we got your back. Well, listen to what they have to say. And I know, call me crazy, call me tinfoil hat guy, but at the end of the day, they got you. Listen.
The third way we think CBDC can improve financial inclusion is through what we call programmability. That is, CBDC can allow government agencies and private sector players to program, to create smart contracts, to allow targeted policy functions. For example, welfare payment. For example,
I mean, it targets everyone, right? Everyone. And look, the sheep will run and say, give me my money, I am broke.
Consumption coupon. For example, food stamp. By programming CBDC, those money can be precisely targeted for what kind of people can own and what kind of use this money can be utilized. For example, for food. So this potential programmability can help government agencies to precisely target their support to those people who need support. So that way can also improve financial inclusion. Of course, I want to end with a caveat, because CBDC is not a panacea. CBDC cannot solve every challenge in financial inclusion. There are some aspects of financial inclusion is not related to technology. For example, financial literacy, digital literacy. So CBDC has to work with other policies together to try to improve financial inclusion. I stop here.
Because guys, we have, look, recession, 100%. Everything bad. All right, so we got home buyer traffic is absolutely crashing. I'll show you the chart in just a second, but I wonder why. Could it possibly be because we have, who? Mark? Thank you, Mark. Shout out to Mark here. Sorry, you don't, it's okay. You had it in your youth. Warns U.S. interest rates will, okay, let me just underline that, even though I can't, will hit 9% if inflation, oh wow, my head's right on this. This is, wait, hold on, let me move me down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so can you guys imagine that? 9%, oh sorry, 9% interest rates is just going to collapse the housing market. And now let me show you something else. I just got this email. Okay, look at this. Home buyer demand. All you guys aren't running out there and you guys aren't buying. Look, see down there, down in the corner. Now we're looking at almost when it was lockdown, when you couldn't even leave your house. So okay, so here we go. We are right there at that 2008 housing crash. It looks like we're probably going to head lower. Well, I mean, with 9% interest rates, I don't think you guys are going to go out there and buy new houses or refinance. All right, so we have to conclude this video. We have central bank digital currencies. We have a housing market. I mean, come on, you guys. Is this not a collapse? Or what? We have the stock market. Thank you guys. I love you. Take care. Apologies for all the shenanigans of editing and no audio. I'll see you tomorrow.
Mike. Okay, so let's see here. If you guys didn't catch that, the OBS, my streaming software crashed right in the middle of this. I don't know why, but it all reconnected, so it looks like we are still there. I don't know what the hell is going on with the internet today. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm watching the delayed replay on another screen, And it literally just circled out for like 10 seconds. Very, very, very weird stuff going on here. Okay, let's see. So we just did that. Probably going to take a break in a little while. But since we're talking about that, let's go over to... So... They really, really, really want you to... it reminds me of when miners' wages had to be spent on at the company store. Oh yeah, there you go. That's sad. That's sad. But they are dying to make this transition to CBDCs any possible way they can. Okay. Now, unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to happen over in Europe before it happens here. We're just on track to follow. Over there in Europe, most of those supposedly free countries are actually socialists. Even the UK is full up 100% socialist. They just I think one of the reasons they don't go like full communism over in the UK is because the people will literally just show up at what is it 11 Downing Street or something like that, and just rip the prime minister, just rip somebody right out of their house. Have you seen what happens when these people lose a soccer game? I'm sorry, football. I mean, think about that. Think about that at a level where people are starving. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's enough bobbies to stop any of them. So it is definitely. Deborah, good morning. Let's see. Catitudes. I just got my property tax statement and the value of my home is half what it was 2 years ago. That absolutely sucks. Yeah, my property value has gone down a bit myself. Not that much. Ugh, that sucks, lady. Yeah. But anyway, so the over in Europe, so they're really pushing the CBDCs, the International Monetary Fund, what is it? European Union. They're really pushing these things. And I wanted to show you a couple things that have popped up. I get a lot of emails from different people sending me different things. I also follow a lot of different crazy websites that most are very obscure, but they all end up being factual in the end. When they start saying tighten your tinfoil hat, I stop following them. But let me show this to you guys. This article is the IMF ponders way to end people's hesitancy to move away to cash. Oh my God, they're looking for ways to get us to move away from cash. I need to make that smaller so I can read it. Let's see. One of the speakers at the 2022 International Monetary Fund World Bank Group annual meetings, has revealed that this financial institution doesn't like people using cash and wants to change that preference. And while some rights and consumer protection groups, as well as citizens, might now be trying to understand why this would be IMF's policy, the IMF too wants to understand some people's strong preference for cash. But that's not to meet them halfway in some sorts of compromise. Man, my reading skills are really sucking today. Let's try this again. But that's not to meet them halfway in some sort of compromise going forward. It's to create better campaigns to change people's minds on this issue. Yeah, so they want to figure it out. They want to figure out why you like cash, and they want to figure out how to change that way you think. They want to modify your thinking so that they can use it to control you. Now, there's no way around this. They're going to jam this down our throat, but I don't think that they truly understand that this will literally just create black markets. This will just literally create places where you barter for things. This is just going to create exactly what they don't want to create, which is a situation where they don't have control. That's all they want. There's no other reason for this. I do not need to be able to bank internationally I don't need to do that. But somehow with my credit card, I still can. Isn't that interesting? So no one needs these CBDCs. They want to force them down our throat. Let's see here. When your property value goes down more, ask your county for audit to lower your property taxes. Well, yeah, no, they have to. Most of the time, they normally will do that. That's normally how you know that your value has gone down, is because they're charging less taxes. When your property goes down, a lot ask your county to audit to lower your property taxes. Didn't I just read that? Oh, you accidentally double texted. No big deal. Canada too, going to happen there first. Oh, it's already Canada's. Oh my God, guys, I feel sorry for Canadians. They've been so beaten. The problem with Canadians is that they're too freaking nice. They're too nice. We would like all your guns. Hey, let's give them all of our guns. You know, we would like all your rights. No problem, eh? Take all of our rights, man. You know. And then they wake up one morning and, a farmer can't farm. All the technology, all the science that went into growing things in the world doesn't mean anything anymore. People can't use their own land for the things that they want to use it for. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I think, unfortunately, this is going to come down to some skull stomping. This is what it's going to come down to, guys. And I don't advocate violence in any way, shape, or form. So don't even go down that path. And for those people, my TikTok handler and my YouTubers, community guidelines and all this crap, that is not what this is about. This is about things that are being forced to hand. This is why we have people that are willing to step so far out on the left and right for the things that they believe in, because the government is forcing everybody into corners. They are segregating us. They are separating us. They are dividing us, while simultaneously screaming, "Don't do that. We don't do that. We don't divide anybody. We want everybody to come together." But then all their actions are to divide us. So it's pretty serious. And I think that if we don't stay on top of it, we're going to have a pretty serious problem. Electric vehicles, that didn't work out very good at all, did they, retired Navy? Let's see here. Let's take this one right here. The IMF meeting, another one. CBDC should be tied to digital IDs to push society into the new equilibrius. Ooh, equilibrius. The ebb and flow, the equilibrium of the world. What you mean is make everybody underneath your control. That's what it really means, guys. That's what it really means. It's like, let me break it down for you. IMF, listen, YouTube algorithms, tell the IMF this, it's pretty simple. We don't want to give up cash. We don't want to give up those things that are in our pockets, because we can still control them. Because we still determine how much of this goes into our pocket. That's why. If we go completely digital, we now no longer have that control. Well, that would never happen. That would never happen. You're literally you're pushing the world into like a Titawaki situation. Okay? And they don't even see it. The strength and power of the human will overcome any obstacle that you put into it that has anything to do with life or death or suffering of you and your loved ones or your friends. It will. And they don't see that. All they see is they're like freaking rats, where they're just nibbling at you little by little by little by little until they get what they want. Well, you know what you do with a rat? You freaking crush it. And that, unfortunately, is what this will likely turn into. It will likely turn into. Let's see. There's a coin shortage. My target still thinks there's a coin shortage. Oh, I got you. Dog and Ball says my target, as in the store target, still thinks there's a coin shortage. That's right up there with. They probably still have their mask signs on too. That's too funny, man. Hey, what's up, Jordan from North Cackalack? Let's see. Bill Gates going to be growing our food with liquefied bodies on it. Probably mRNA too. Yuck. I mean, it's science. Digital ID will be linked to health passports. Take the jab, or you can't access your funds you earned with your labor. That is a bleak dystopian possibility. It really is. And we're going to talk about Kat. Hey Marie, that you nailed it. Marie says cash equals privacy. Hey, what's up, Allison? Good to see you. I mean, this is. At some point, I may start live streaming on Rumble, because you can pretty much say whatever you want to say over there. And if I could say exactly what I wanted to say, it's like those thoughts. If I were president, or if I were in charge of this shit, it would be kind of like that. But I mean, we'll see. You got to pay to live stream on Rumble, and I don't know if the money that I make from this, from my Patreons, from you guys buying things that I support, it all goes towards paying my internet bill. So let's just keep the lights on for a while. Let's just keep the lights on for a while. I got something in the members chat. If you're a Patreon, then you know. Oh, looky there, Jerry. Jerry. It's a 3-cup day. Sort of day, and Halo does not want me to farm today. Halo's the dog. His dog is sitting on his tractor. 2 days in a row she's done this. Nice. Yeah, I see that cup too, Jerry. I don't agree, man. That is not the appropriate company to be buying spaceships from. Okay? You know that. Oh, let's see. It's cold here in North Carolina this morning. Dude, it's cold. It's cold a little bit everywhere. It's a little cold everywhere. I'm just going to go ahead and give him a thumbs up real quick. But, yeah, if you notice what basically happened there, is that somebody in the Patreon messaged me via the Patreon's only members area. And, yeah, see what I just did? That's how it works, guys. That's how it works. Let's see. What else can we... I wanted to show you this, guys. Now, listen. Let's not go crazy. Let's not do Orange Man bad. And let's not say any kind of Trumponian stuff, because I wanted you guys to see this. This is an article that came out of Zero Hedge. And the title of it is Trump Beats Biden in 2024, Hypothetical, and Barely Anyone Cares About January 6th Harvard Poll. Okay? I don't care about any of that stuff. What I care about is the data itself. Now, I have actually gone to the Harvard poll and looked at the actual data, okay? I wanted to show you guys this. So this is the actual Harvard poll. Now, this is a very left-leaning poll, okay? So this is inflation. The economy and immigration dominates as top U.S. Issues facing the country. So they basically asked, what would you say are the most important issues facing the country today? 37%, the highest percentile out of the demographic, and these are basically all Democrats, said that the price increases and inflation. Okay? And you slide all the way down to MSNBC's Orange Man Bad, January 6th, propaganda, only 7%. Only 7% gave a shit about the January 6th thing. Absolutely insane. And here's the funny thing. What are they doing? Well, they're going to announce it today. You guys haven't heard it yet. Maybe you need to hear it from me. Today they're going to announce that they're going to... today they're going to subpoena the former president. Today that's what they're going to do. So you heard it from me. Today is the day they're going to do that. Also, if you guys haven't been paying attention... The Fed is about to do some crazy stuff today, too. It's probably going to blow up the internet. You're probably going to see it on some of the economy channels or the stock channels, like Fox Business, CNN, whatever, things like that. But yeah, the Fed is going to do something today, and I can't even say it here on YouTube, but they're going to do something today that may have a very huge effect on inflation, and the money that's in your pocket right now. I had already warned my Patreons a couple days ago, so hopefully they listened and they put some money, took some money from their bank and put it in their pockets, just to make sure everything's right, you know. And the worst thing that's going to happen is they're going to have money in their pockets. That's the very worst thing that's going to happen. So just an FYI, keep your ear to the railroad tracks. Listen for that train, you know. Just make sure you get up before it gets to you. All right, let's see here. One of the other things that are going to be happening today is that our illustrious president is going to let's see, the press briefing is going to be at 12:15, and then at 1:15, the president is going to deliver remarks on additional actions to strengthen energy security and lower costs. No, I'm sorry, Harper. No hint. If I say those kind of things on TikTok or YouTube, then things happen. So it's not like I know something. It's not a game. It's just so I can protect the channel. Because if I'm not here tomorrow to talk, then you're going to be looking for me and you're screaming my name, bloody murder, you know, and I can't have that. Have you heard about the COVID vax is going to be required for school kids to register for school? I know I have not heard that, but that is, one, a state issue, and two, more importantly, a constitutional issue. They've already constitutionally stated, the Supreme Court has already stated that they do not have standing to force the vaccination. So, yeah, that's not going to fly. The CDC is supposed to, they can vote all day long, but you remember, every time the CDC voted on stuff, the Supreme Court said, CDC, just get back in your lane. So I'm not concerned about that. I honestly think that if enough kids just don't go to school, then or get homeschooled, that one, the children will be better, the families will be better, the children will be smarter, and the school loses all that federal money. Woohoo! So it's kind of a double-edged sword they're playing with. You know, it's like you know, if somebody throws a knife at you, don't try to catch it because you're probably going to get cut. It's just that easy. But yeah, the president's going to be talking about how he's going to. There you go. I love it, Dredden. I love it. And honestly, guys, just real quickly on the homeschooling thing, there are so many online homeschooling programs that are far better than the local schools. So many of them. Absolutely. So if you're afraid to homeschool your child, look into it. Look into it, okay? They aren't going to make my kids dumb. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's see here. We're going to go to ground.news. And obviously, we just talked about this. Biden to announce release of up to 15 million barrels of oil from Strategic Petroleum Reserve. So basically, he's going to solve this problem by releasing a certain amount of oil. And oh, by the way, if you guys didn't know this, our strategic stockpile of oil is lower than it's ever been. I'm sorry, it's lowest than it's ever been in 50 years. They just keep pulling from this thing, hoping that it's going to fix the problem. It's not going to. I love my home. Anna says, I love my children dearly, but I can't homeschool those monsters. And now you know why the nuns used wooden rulers. Works every time. Let's see. Boy Scout. Jenna, what do you want, a cookie? Yeah, you better just be kidding there, Boy Scout. You better just be kidding. Let's see here. Rosita Bonita showed up. Hey, how you doing? There we go. Let's see. I'm like, no, he's not. He dodged the military draft 3 times. some patriot there. Well, I mean, that's a matter of personal opinion too. You know what I'm saying? You say you mean so if when somebody dodges the draft, okay? Here's how you dodge the draft. You go to fucking Canada. That's how you dodge the draft, okay? You know, if you look at the laws and the U.S. articles that govern that process, you can't dodge it unless there's a loophole. And if there's a loophole and you exploit it, and then say somebody's not something simply because they use the law, okay, then that's a simpler way of saying that someone's smarter than you are. Because maybe you wanted to go and they don't. You know what I'm saying? It's still America, man. It's still America. Let's see. So once again, 15 million barrels of oil. You know, it's a drop in the bucket. It's less than what we use in one day. It's less than one that we use in one day. All right. So with that said, and also too, guys, this is actually a website that I tell people to go to if you want legitimate news, like legitimate news with a focus on the facts. I always tell people to go to ground.news. That's it. No .com, no .net, no nothing. Ground.news. And the reason I do is if you were on YouTube, you would see this. You literally can see the distribution and who wrote things. So you've got this, with this particular article right here, okay, 18% lean left, the articles lean left, 13% read right, and 69% read centrist. So I would read this article. It's right down the middle. Then it actually shows you who wrote the articles, okay? And 90 plus of them were written in the center. So it's something to think about. It's a good way to get perspective. Let's see here. And there's another one in here. So now we're starting to go down into crazy town, okay, guys? If you haven't noticed, I've aligned myself with this new gas mask. Oh God, field protective mask. They're not gas masks. I mean, technically they are, but they're the field protective mask with the focus on getting out of the buffer, escaping. Okay, a nuclear engagement, escaping the radiation. Putting together a radiation survival kit and that mindset. I'm not like, I am a product of the Cold War. I did serve in the military during the Cold War. And these are things that we need to think about. So if you believe that you live in what would be considered a buffer area, but go use the nuke map, maybe you'll see something. Then you should probably have a field protective mask. You should probably have a poncho that you can cinch up around your chin to protect your upper torso and for fallout to slide down and not stick to you and make it easier to decontaminate you when you get someplace safe. You know, you should probably have those things at a minimum in a radiation survival kit. I'm noticing that there's some different news articles coming out, and that are very centrist, and then some of them are very right. But I also think that in this particular case, this article is seen from the right because the right pays more attention to these things. Where can I go to get a list for preparedness? A list for preparedness. Praz the Rocker. That is like asking, like, where can I go to find a can of air? And I don't mean that to be facetious. It's just a super vague question. If you wish, Prazzer, go ahead and push that white button up there, and then that'll take you to my profile, and then click on the link in the profile. That'll take you to my webpage. Find the contact, either button or menu. The menu will be up in the right-hand corner. It'll be like 3 lines. And find contact. Send me an email, and we can talk about your situation. Then maybe I can help you a little bit. Let's see. In your opinion, what was the Cold War about? The Cold War was about power. That's it. That's absolutely it. The Cold War began, okay? The Cold War began in the 40s, right after the end of World War II. And at the end of World War II, both the Russians and the Americans were trying to scoop up as many scientists as they could, because whether you guys like it or not, I mean, it's old news, but you should know this. You should really study your history, even the bad guys. Study the bad guys, because you know what? The German army, they were so far advanced. If they weren't if the chief Nazi, I can't even believe I said that word here on YouTube and TikTok, wasn't insane, was not driven by political and ideological goals versus actual military goals, and let his generals do their jobs, we'd all be speaking German right now. Do you realize that all of the nuclear scientists that made us the superpower that we are today were all snatched up German scientists who were working on some of the deepest, darkest secrets that World War II Germany were making. The things that they made, the rocket technology, the nuclear technology, study of the atom, they all came from the Germans during World War II. So the Cold War began after the war was over, and it actually began in the middle of the war, because once the Germans realized that things weren't going so great, a lot of countries were trying to slip in there and say, "Hey, come with us, you'll survive, and you can work for us." You know, yeah, somebody just did it. Operation Paperclip. Hint, hint. You might want to look at it. You know, so when we snatched up all of the scientists, the Russians were like, well, this should really be like the world's information. We should share these really smart people. And the U.S. said, no, it's okay, man. We got this. And the Cold War began. And, you know, then they developed and we developed. And then there was, the Cold War was all about who has more missiles. You know, I mean, there was books about this stuff that it was just like on shelves in everybody's houses. Like, you could 54, the SS-22, the Russians have 3,420 of these things stockpiled, blah, blah, blah. They can go so far, they can go so high, they can do this, merv that. This is common knowledge during my age, okay? So that's when the Cold War started. It was all about power, nothing more. So, let's see. They were promoted in other countries. Okay. Let's see. We all know what brought us into World War II, but what about World War I? What's that got to do with the Cold War? And why are we talking about World War I? Expand on that. Let's see here. We should have listened to Patton. They were about a hot minute from a bomb. Yeah, exactly. Jokula. Is that like Jocula? Is that like... No, that's probably like your real name too, isn't it? Like Joe Kula. No one calls you Dracula, man? That's immediately, that's the first thing that popped into my head was Dracula. I've got some messages in the Patreon chat. Let's see here. Not a bonus. It's dangerous for pets around this equipment. Agreed if they get too close. Oh, they're just talking about the tractor situation. Okay, so the reason I bring this up and why I have it on the screen is apparently Vladimir Putin deployed 11 nuclear bombers just miles from NATO border in satellite images. So, guys, somehow, you know, it's like they're going to draw us into a nuclear exchange. That's what the fear is, okay? If they said, okay, well, we're going to use some nuclear weapons, but we're only going to do them in Europe, okay? No one here in America would give two shits about it. They'd be like, oh, that's awful. They put little rings around their Facebook profiles. Oh, that's all that's going to happen here in America if they do that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you this. Here we go. This is from today. U.S. fighter jets scrambled to intercept 2 Russian bombers near Alaska. It's called the Alaskan Air Defense Identification Zone. It's ran by NORAD. It's a real thing. The same bombers were messing around right outside of Alaska. Now, if you're from the Cold War, you know that this happened every single day. Sometimes like clockwork, you know? So why would we be worried about bombers that are right outside of this place, and when in reality, you guys are killing me. If you're on the YouTube side, that's the Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone. See where Russia is? See where Alaska is? Look at points 4 and 11. It's literally a fart's distance away. But every day during the Cold War, they would come out and play these games, and mysteriously, they've started to play them again. And yeah, 2 or 3 incursions a year. We probably see that since the technical end of the Cold War. We would probably see that 2 or 3 times a year. It would normally be, hey, we're looking for a freighter that's out here. We just happen to be in the area. There was always some bullshit lie about it. And in fact, there's actually a treaty, and I'm not sure if it still exists, where we're allowed to fly over Russia with our military intelligence aircraft taking pictures, and they're allowed to fly over our country and take pictures of our bases, all these others. It was very common on active duty to get a message saying, hey guys, make sure we park everything in this specific spot, or let's get everything in the garage, or hey, just remember that they're going to be airborne that day and taking pictures. It's part of the treaty. Yeah, that shit actually happened. I don't know if it still is in effect, but it is definitely was and possibly is still a real thing. Okay, so why would we be concerned about bombers moved into minutes away from the Ukrainian border? Well, when something flies at 200 plus miles per hour, minutes don't mean squat. If you think that those are not being watched, I mean, come on, it's drama. It's kiddie drama, okay? You know, here's the message from NORAD right here. This is the actual message. On 17 October, the Alaskan North American, let me make that bigger for you guys. There we go. I think that'll work. The Alaskan National North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, region detected, tracked, possibly identified, and intercept 2 Russian Tu-95 Bear H bombers entering and operating within the Alaskan Air Defense Identification Zone. 2 U.S. Air Force F-16 fighter aircraft intercepted the Russian aircraft, which remained in the international airspace and did not enter American or Canadian sovereign airspace. The recent Russian activity in the North America, or the ADIZ, is not seen as a threat, nor is the activity seen as provocative. NORAD tracks and positively identifies foreign military aircraft that enter the ADIZ. NORAD routinely monitors foreign aircraft movements and, as necessary, escorts them from the ADIZ. NORAD employs a layered defense network of satellites, ground-based radars, airborne radar, and fighter attack to track and identify aircraft and inform appropriate actions. That doesn't make sense. We remain ready to employ a number of response options in the defense of North America and the Arctic sovereignty. That's right from NORAD. Isn't that special? So we probably need to start thinking about ourselves instead of what is happening in Ukraine. Could Ukraine be a stepping stone to World War III? Yeah, it could. It could. You know, and we could also get hit by a giant meteor, and you could also fall out of bed and break your hip. There's a lot of stuff. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Let's see here. I'd be more worried about submarine warfare than air. Well, that's just it. You can't worry about submarine warfare. That's... do you know the launch time from detection from the outer ring of our underwater detection systems? Do you know the launch time? Yeah, launch to impact is 12 minutes. Please spend all of your time worrying about that. And I am being facetious. We have to start thinking about things logically. We have to start worrying about the things that we can control. Because if we don't, then we're going to piss away all our time. As you get older, you realize that there's only so much time in your entire life. You're literally throwing it away, worrying about things that you cannot control or do a stinking thing about. We really have to maybe reorient ourselves and focus on family and friends and how to not survive but thrive and how to live a better life. You know, I think that we really need to focus on that more than these little things that are important in the grand scheme of things if you're the president of the United States. So, oh my God, I'm going to figure this out. First of all, High Desert Training, good morning. Good morning. Hey, if you have shipped that thing to me, I have not seen it yet. I'm trying so hard to remember what your tag means. C4 1TB3 here. It's something or it's calibrator. It's calibrator, right? Tell me if I'm right. It's calibrator. Good morning, Market Williams. Let's see. Not yet. Just got my new setup, inventory, and I'll ship it out this week. Yeah, cool, man. No worries. I just wanted to give you the heads up. I had a UPS package show up yesterday, and the driver said, "Hey, has the other driver been here yet?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Well, apparently their tracking system, they have the ability to throw the package on one truck and track it on another." And he's like, "Yeah, my tracker info went to another truck, and we were looking for the package, but your package is here, so we think there's two packages." I'm like, my God. How the hell does UPS get this stuff anywhere in the world, you know? That's right. Yeah, Major Ken, absolutely right. It was called Open Skies Flights. We were talking about countries, Russians to be able to fly over countries and us, and we're allowed to fly over them, like looking at all their stuff. And he says, "Yep, it's still in effect." That's what I thought. Bully Pack says, "Thanks, Prep. Agreed. High drama and no surprise should be had. It's also weeks away from midterm elections. No better time for the show." Absolutely. And then what we got here? People made millions selling and installing never used backyard bomb shelters in the 50s. There's some relevance to that, man. There's some relevance to that. You know, we also, we've. I am not a historian. I just remember what happened in my life and the things that I've read and known and understand or were taught. But we forget about things like the Cuban Missile Crisis. That was very, very serious. That was extremely, extremely serious. There was a point where we were minutes away from a nuclear war. It was real. It was very real. And we forget about those things because we spend too much time focusing on things we can't control. Let's see. I got my solar stuff and radios. Nice, Miss Mo girl. Let's see. Nice. Let's see here. Marie agrees with me. 100%. And my aunt uses hers for tornadoes and canned goods. Nice. I want to make a root cellar so much. And it may be something that happens too. I really want a root cellar. Let's see here. Amazon had them on sale during the Prime days. A root cellar? Oh, you're talking about all the stuff you bought? Yeah, I tell you what, man, that second Prime Day, a lot of people took advantage of that. A lot of people really. I know, I'm being stupid. I'm getting tired. I'm being stupid. I'm running out of coffee and B12. I need to drink more coffee. I think it might be time. You know, I've been doing a lot of reading over the last few days. Have you seen the Survive ball you get in supplies for a week? No, I haven't. The Survive ball. Huh. How would I search for that? Would I just go Survive ball? Ooh, so the survival capsule, the giant ball that could save your life. It's only 3 minutes long. All right. I'm going to take a chance, guys. I'm going to throw this up on the YouTubes. And I think that it'll be...
It may...
All right. Oh, I have seen this. This is kind of old, actually. Yeah, it's 6 years ago. We're going to play it. Let me push some buttons real quick. We're going to play it. And if you're not on the TikTok, if you're... I have a chest freezer INT used for seller. Gotcha, Maples. All right, here we go. I haven't seen this in a while.
It may look like a giant snooker ball, but this spherical capsule could save your life. When a natural disaster strikes, whether it is a tsunami or earthquake, there are very few places to find shelter. But now, the survival capsule, a personal safety system in the form of a giant ball, has been designed to combat this issue. The survival capsule is a personal safety system, PSS, designed to protect against tsunamis, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes and storm surges. This PSS was created to give individual groups and families more control of their survival in emergency situation than traditional safe houses. Julian Sharp, founder of the survival capsule, said, "It gives people an option of having a security system on their own property, which is easily accessible day or night and really gives the family a safe security they wouldn't otherwise have." The capsule is designed as a variable disaster solution, according to the designers. It is designed to float, so it will never be inundated by water levels rising too high, as they do in tsunami situations. A self-righting system, using water bladders in the bottom, prevent it from rolling upside down. It can also be tethered to prevent it being washed away, with the occupants inside. The designers of the capsule, which is made from a hardened aluminum shell and frame, is insulated to keep the occupants warm. It is intended to keep those inside safe during the initial post-disaster period, before rescue crews and relief workers have arrived on the scene. The capsule was designed by a team of aerospace engineers, whose main aim was to make the pod as strong and durable as possible. In its initial testing, the designers used a test program similar to those used in the aerospace industry, to examine the strength and survivability of the capsule. Julian Sharp said, "The object of this exercise is to really instill into the general public a level of confidence that this capsule can offer security in a very hostile environment, which is exactly what the tsunami was. The sphere is designed to withstand the initial impact of a natural disaster, as well as sharp object penetration, heat exposure, blunt object impact, and rapid deceleration." The capsules come in various sizes ranging from 2-person capacity, for family homes, all the way up to a 10-person capacity, which could be used for businesses and schools. Additionally, there are a number of customizable options, including a surround sound music system and toilet. The concept was first envisioned by Julian Sharp after the 2004 Indonesian tsunami, which took the lives of approximately 225,000 people. He said, "Modern-day early warning systems can save anywhere up to 90% of a population, but that final 10% are most likely going to perish. In a tsunami which is exposing 2.5 million people, then that 10% becomes 250,000, and that's a large number. To get that down to only 1 or 2%, this is an option." Although the company has not yet said how much one will cost, it is currently taking pre-orders on its website.
I got it, Mike. Let's see here. But yeah, lots of comments about I don't see a toilet. where do I poop? And then what was it? You could poop with surround sound. Let's see here. The music system. I'm done. Exactly. Yeah, I was going to do some Titawaki stuff, but time is running out. So let's just go ahead and turn this into a Q&A real quick. And let me change the screen real quick. Bloom. I'll kind of open it up for you guys. If you've got any questions, I have 10 minutes. Go! And on the YouTube side, they're frantically typing, even though I won't see it for like a whole 3 minutes. On the TikTok side, they're like, what do I type? What do I type? Let's see what we got here. I'm still waiting. Let's see here. The pre-orders. Bradley thinks that the pre-orders are a scam. I believe it. Needs a built-in liquor cabinet because that's too tight of a space to spend time with family. Let's see here. Best medicine site, Miss Mo Girl. If you're talking about antibiotics, you can get them from two different places. One is the Contingency Medical, or you can get it from Jace Medical. These are both products that I sell and trust. If you've got lots and lots of questions, feel free to contact me on my website, localprepper.net. Hit the contact button, and I will answer your questions, no problem. If you're just down to go get them, while you're on my website, go to Trusted Products, and you will see both Contingency Medical and the Jace case. And then buy from there, and you'll be all set. But yeah, I do. Should my Faraday cage be inside, or can it be outside? It can be in both places. I mean, it can be anywhere. I mean, inside is better because now you have the L1 and L3 waves have a lot more stuff to go through. The L3 wave is the one to worry about inside. The L1 wave is the one I would worry about outside. Obviously, L1 and L3. But it's not wave. Is it wave or pulse? I think it's a wave. JB, the 25th, good morning. Good morning. My husband likes the Faraday bags for our electronics. Yes, definitely. You know, the problem with Faraday, anything that is Faraday related is that you have to, in order to be completely set up properly, okay, you need to follow that 1 is none, 2 is 1 rule, because, you know, if it's like, I got this one really cool radio, right? Yeah, and I use it and I listen all the time, and I've got a Faraday cage over there, and when the electronic pulse comes, I'll go over there and put it in it and then seal it up, and then I'll pray that it works. So yeah, that's not going to work. So you've got to have more than one object, more than one device, and then now your gasks for dogs and horses. Horses? Yeah, no. If that's out there, I put zero relevance on it whatsoever. I mean, wow, that's a tough one. Children, that's a different story. Ironbug, gas masks for children. Go to localprepper.net. Go to product Mira Safety. And then on that website, they actually have 2 different gas masks for children. What's Faraday? Well, a Faraday, it's technically called a Faraday cage. And the idea is that if you put an object inside of a Faraday cage, then the pulses, or an electromagnetic pulse, will flow around that object and not through it. There is some science involved. Some of it is really trailer park wonky stuff that actually does work. Okay? So I would look up Faraday cage. Most people make them out of the the 6-gallon ash cans that you can buy at Lowe's or Amazon. And the reason is because that has a very, very tight fit. It's all metal. And the way to defeat those waves or pulses from an EMP is by not allowing the electricity to pass through it in any way. It likes to find little cracks and slip in there. And once it gets inside, it's like, yeah. So, can you use tinfoil? You can use some tinfoil, but once again, you have to put like so many layers. There's a lot of variables. It will offer some protection. All of my All of the items in my Faraday cage are doubled up. For instance, I have a NOAA radio, batteries, pretty much anything that has a chip on it. And I do have that wrapped in some heavy-duty aluminum foil inside of my Faraday cage just to give it a little bit of added protection. Faraday fabric wrapped, cardboard, insulates inside stainless steel, garbage can. Yes, that will definitely work. You know, my husband likes the bags that you can find on Amazon. Honestly, you can easily keep them anywhere. Yes, it's very true. It's very true. How about lead? Technically, yeah. I mean, are you going to make like a lead box that's completely sealed? Does it... My name's Jeff. Does it affect waves, brain waves, human brains? I'm gonna let that one just slip off. Do you think scientists are blinded toward natural disasters because they're so focused on man-made? No. I think real scientists know that it's talking about man-made disasters. Let me share a little story with you, cowboy. I mean, you kind of walk the line every day, but I think that you're a good person in general. So one of the things that the opportunities in my life, you know, we as humans, we see very little of the world, and we truly don't understand our place in it. Now, I've been very lucky, and I had the opportunity to swim with great white sharks inside Shark Alley on the tip of South Africa. And it's all fun and games until you get in the water and this thing that's 10, 15, 20 feet long comes sliding past you while you're in your aluminum body cage and looks at you. And you know in that very second that if he wanted to, he would just turn you into brunch. He could go right through that cage. The cage isn't there to protect you from the shark. The cage is there to make you to give you this false sense of security so that you can enjoy the experience. And the one thing that I learned from that experience was actually pretty prophetic. We as humans are not even a tick. We're not even a flea. We're not even a microscopic organism on the face of the earth when you talk about scale. And to believe for a second that we somehow are controlling the weather, it's foolish. If you don't believe me, that's cool. But I would ask you to do a little bit more work and find out why a lot of real science, like science, like the shit you can't even read and understand, was suppressed years ago. I would do that. So I'm not too worried about man-made natural disasters. So, let's see here. Have you ever watched The Real Cosmopolitan on here? She is very smart. No, I have not. Let's see here. They made the weather, controlling weather, no, manipulating weather 100%. You guys are funny today. Let's see. Oh, Thorn popped in. Good to go. Good to see you, Thorn. I prefer a gas mask for dogs than kids. I can spend more time in the ball with the dogs, too. I guess, Chris. And they do make gas masks for dogs, but I would never, sell them. Let's see here. Okay, so we are moving up on the last minute of the show. I want to thank all my YouTube people for hanging out with me all day. Looks like we had a good showing today. If you have not liked, subscribed, and hit that notification bell, now is the time to do that. Let's see. As usual, I will see you guys on the inside, and that means inside the Discord. And, yeah, we'll see you on Friday. For my Patreons, I'll see you in a few minutes, I guess. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you decide to
All right,
support
guys.
the page. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit the link below. If it didn't take you directly to it, you can just hit the support page. That's what it should look like. All you have to do is either hit the Patreon symbol or the join button. Doesn't matter. Just hit it and that'll get you started. It's $3 a month for 30-ish days of work from me. The price of a Starbucks coffee. So until the next time, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.